was that see on Saturday, and I didn't go to that today.
Yes, yes. I realized that I should take it on today, and then Saturday something coming up. I may have to drive, so I said, let us do it today. Very interesting topic I thought of before we take up these 40 steps again. And something we always think of mysticism. Oh, spirituality, mysticism, occultism is there because we do not understand clearly. When we understand clearly that mysticism is unfolded, that is what the ignorance is removed and the knowledge is gained. So let us understand in a very simple, straightforward way. Mercedes car is the best, or this Miss Universe is the best. This is the first perception. 90% of the people have this kind of a perception. Perception means knowledge and experience, whatever you say. Other almost 9% of the people have a perception all cars are for transportation. So whether it is Mercedes or BMW or Lincoln or any car, that is only for transportation. So it is a transactional reality. So I have more of the reality. I am very near to the reality. But in the first case, I only like this, I only like Miss Universe, I am only concerned about this car. That is a superficial reality. So it's a mixed. There is some delusion into it, and there is some false identity is there. And false identity, I go for it and I suffer. The second is little bit transactional reality is clear. But let us go little deeper. All cars are made up of steel and rubber. The essence is the steel and the rubber. All cars, whether it is Mercedes or it's any car, or all, whether it's a Miss Universe or any girl, is made up of the same essence. The essence is the same. And that essence is neither created nor destroyed. Again, I'm making it. That essence is neither created nor destroyed, and that essence is the real self. When we say real self is all pervading, so it has to be all pervading. It has nothing to do with the steel or rubber or the name and the form or the utility. All cars for transportation, utility, consumer. Consumership is also no, all are made up of the same essence. That essence is the reality. Why we say that essence is the reality? Because that essence is neither created nor destroyed. Anything that is created by the nature or by the man means created means has a birth, has a death. Has a birth and death. I'm summarizing everything today. Let us see, think of this. So now I have to label this. I have to label this explanation so that you will not forget. The first perception is first eye. Second perception is the second eye. Third perception is the third eye. Let us go a little deeper, understanding little deeper. Third eye, whether you say third eye means perception, knowledge, awareness, experience. Every perception, whether it's a first eye, second eye, third eye, all have one thing common. It's a knowledge, it's a perception, it's an experience, it's an awareness. Huh? That is why we use the first eye, second eye, third eye. We are not saying first nose, second nose, third nose. So eye represents the perception, knowledge, experience, awareness, symbol. So when we are in the state of third eye, it is a perception, it is a knowledge, it is awareness, it is an experience of what? An essence. What is that essence? That is neither created nor destroyed. So when it is neither created nor destroyed, then it has no birth and no death. It means it is not changing. It is unchanging reality. Oh, it is unchanging reality. Okay. And then what about the second perception? Second perception belongs to the human. All human beings perceive through their vasanas. What is about the first perception? All animals perceive through their nature. Nature is prakriti, nature is matter. That difference we have to understand clearly. First perception belongs to the animal perception. They are programmed, so they have to perceive through their instinct, through their impulsive nature. But we have a second eye. We have second eye also. Second eye, why? First eye is the animal perception, so we have a second eye. Intellect, free will. I have a choice. I have a choice to see Miss Universe as my sister or as my soulmate. That animals do not have. Do you see that? Animals do. But what about the third eye? Essence. Whether you are Miss Universe or you are attractive girl or you are Mercedes or you are good, you are a person or your gender or you're old or you're young, I see the essence. When I see the essence, it is known as awakening. It is also known as realization. It is also known as awakening, realization, and transformation. Three processes has to take place. I should awaken to the essence. I should grow into the essence, means I realize it. I continue to grow into that realization so that I can get rid of the problems of ignorance caused by the first and the second perception, which includes your delusion, illusion, anxiety, reaction, conflict, etc. etc. So I'm able to reach to that state. So you see the three eyes. In fact, last month I was thinking and contemplating about the third eye, and then I said, okay, so why it is known as a third eye? Where is the second eye? And then I found some references. I said, okay, this is what the second eye, and this is what the first eye is. So third eye is the right perception of that which is not created nor destroyed. It has no birth in the death. It is unchanging. But in the first and the second perception, there is a difference. One is led by the prakriti, the unconscious nature. Animal perception, first eye. Second perception, it is mixed. It is even though led by the animal perception, but more so by the vasana, my vasana. How do I see you? You see me as your teacher. I see you as my student. Animals do not have this faculty. So that is why it is a second perception. I have alternate perception. I have another perception. Or I can continue to have the animal perception. I will have problem. Now, animal perception, when it is programmed by the nature, it creates a bondage. When it is, what I said, when it is programmed by the nature or by the vasana, it creates a bondage. I like Mercedes only, so I depend on it. I depend on the shape, name, form, color, texture of this object, whether that object is a car or whether that object is Miss Universe. It is the same thing. So I heavily rely through the vasanas, human perception, I rely heavily programmed by the nature, animals. I don't rely on each of them. I am free. Third eye. I don't rely. So I am third eye. That third eye, I awaken to the essence. I awaken to the reality. I awaken to that reality. So it is the third eye means awakened. Awakened to what? How do we define that? How do we define that third eye? So third eye we will define by the word you have heard, and I will take you to another. Third eye, I'm awakened to that perception. What is that perception? It is an essence. It is not created nor destroyed. Very good. So it is unchanging. It is not a part of the creation. No, it is not a part of the creation. So then what it is? It is the real self. No, I did not understand what is real self. Oh, that real self is Sat Chitanand. So Sat is not created, no. Chit is not created, no. Ananda is not created, no. So when it is not created, it means it always exists. It is ever existing. It is all pervading. No, but we have to understand it little deeper. So to be very clear. But we have to clear through understanding of matter and the consciousness. So in our Eastern wisdom, we say matter as a prakriti, as a shakti, and consciousness as a purusha, purusha as a ishwar. Different words are given in different by the different masters. More or less, they come to the same matter and the consciousness. But why I chose this topic? I told you that our Eastern wisdom is 200% logical. Science is only 100% logical. I always see that. So if I'm attracted to the matter, it will create a bondage. If I'm attracted to the consciousness, I will become free. If I'm attracted to consciousness, means if I'm attracted to the real self after understanding, and if I'm attracted to the matter, which is a creation, and when there is a creation, there is a birth and the death. It is created and it will be destroyed. The tree is created and will be destroyed. Body is created and will come to an end. Be very clear. I'm trying to make it very clear in today's lesson. Also, if I'm attracted to anything, attracted means I'm attached. I'm attached means I'm dependent. I depend on it. I depend on it. It means that I'm seeking pleasure from that Matter, that nature, oh, attracted, detachment, okay, and then emotional dependence, and then intellectual paralysis, and then I'm in a delusion. So that's why I picked up the topic of matter and consciousness. But no, I have to understand little deeper. How do you say that I'm attracted and pleasure comes? After all, I get the pleasure by eating so-called the pasta. I enjoy having a Mercedes. I uh, I I really enjoy having a 10-bedroom mansion. Well, how do you say that I'm not experiencing the pleasure? We have to understand this matter, dependence. So here, first thing, attracted to the real self essence, I am free. Attracted to the matter, I am bound. Bondage is there. But you have a bondage. Are you not bound by eating the food and food is a matter? Are you not bound when you are cold and you put on the warm clothes? Yes, I'm bound. But that does not create any problem. I am hungry, I eat food. I am happy and finished. I'm waiting for the next food. So, yes, I am bound for physical survival regarding my food, shelter, and clothing. Yes, I'm bound. Who is bound? Body and the mind is bound. I am not bound. Still, the body and mind. That real self is not eating. I'm bound. Yes, let us go little deeper for the bounding, dependence, attraction. I am bound by what is constantly created and destroyed. I am bound only by the creation. And what is not created, that is the real self, that is defined as a Sat, Chit, Anand. That is my nature. Uh, that is my nature. That is my nature. I have to understand it clearly, starting from the matter to the consciousness, matter and the consciousness. So I said, attracted to the real self, I am free. Attracted to the matter, I'm bound. Matter is constantly changing, and that change has a creation. What is created, it means it has a birth and it has a death. It is constantly changing. So if I am attracted to constantly changing food, breathing, house, clothes, cold, heat, so this binding is for a physical survival. That does not bind me 24 by 7. When I'm hungry, then I eat food. When I feel cold, I wear the warm clothes. When I have to drive to the office, I take a car. So by creation, I'm not bound all the time. Hence, I have a sense of freedom. Do we need? Oh, but whatever is creation, it has a beginning, it has an end. Body has taken a birth, it is going to be old, and body will come to an end. But Body exists because of the Sat. If Sat is not there, Sat means existence. If the existence is not there, nothing can exist. That is why we say body is, laptop is. Is means is the existence. Because of that existence, body is. Because of that is, body is, car is, huh? Mind is, laptop is, house is. Huh? So the existence is already, Sat is always there. Yes, without Sat you cannot have any creation. Very deeper. Deeper, we have to contemplate and reflect. Because of that isness, there is a creation continuously. There is a in that creation there is a birth and the death. I am not the part of the creation. Real self is not the part of creation. It is neither created nor destroyed. That is why it is Sat. And whatever is changing has birth and the death is creation. And whatever is creation has birth, death. Whether it's a big house or twin towers demolished, or the war is going on, first we build, oh, this is a powerful bomb, cluster bomb, and then we throw it, it is destroyed. I wake up, I cannot continue to remain awake 24 by 7. So the wake up dies with the sleep. Sleep dies with the dream. Dream dies with the wake up again. It means it is a part of the creation, it is not me at all. I am not a waker, I am not a sleeper, I am not a dreamer at all. But what is behind that? Waking consciousness, dream consciousness, sleep consciousness. That consciousness does not change. That is the chip. We have already understood Sat. We have now understanding chip. Waking. Oh, waking. Yes. And we are 100% sure pasta does not have a property of pleasure. My taste bud does not have a property of pleasure. It is because of the ananda I experience pleasure. It is the absence of that ananda I experience pain. That Satchitananda is present everywhere, all the time, 24 by 7 in our life. Life as such does not change. Conditions in life changes. And that life comes from Satchitananda. And the discovery of that Satchitananda is the real self. Discovery of that real self is the journey of Eastern wisdom. Look at again. Mouse is. So mouse is created. And we say mouse is. Is existence. Because of that truth, because of that existence, mouse is created. But whatever is created will completely come to an end. But existence will continue to remain as such. Existence is not going to change. Millions of trees die, existence will continue. Millions of trees grow, millions of people die. Life will remain as such. And that life is manifesting Sat Chit Anand. Do we need to worry, anxiety? Yes, I am worried, but the life continues as such. Today I am into anxiety, tomorrow I feel pleasure, day after I am sleeping, I miss something, I get something, but the life is smooth, one smooth flow. Life is one single flow. That life manifests. Sat Chit Ananda. That life manifests. We started with matter and the consciousness attracted to the matter, attached to the matter, obsessed with the matter. Matter means name and the form, or whatever is created, or whatever has a birth and a death. I am attached to that. So it will create a bondage. And if I am attached to the real self, it will create a feeling. But I don't understand that real self. What is this real self so that I should be attracted? So the journey of the Eastern wisdom tells the entire story that what is the real self and what is not the real self. So it means I have to separate the real self from the false self by understanding. The highest understanding is meditation. Highest understanding is the third eye. Highest understanding is the third eye. Third eye does not. So you see that Sat Chit Anand. So Sat means existence, Chit means consciousness, and
But
Anand.
you can see existence only like form and matter.
Existence exist. No. Yes. I can see that creates a lot of challenges for understanding. Consciousness, I cannot understand the consciousness. So we say there is some existence which is ever existing of the nature of consciousness. So that existence extends itself to know the existence, so it becomes consciousness. Now, the same existence in the consciousness, because it is always existing, it is single. Hence, it is of the nature of bliss. That is why it is Ananda. So, consciousness has been redefined as Sat Chit Ananda. So, in any consciousness, there has to be existence, not what exists. Mouse exists in the existence. But this body and the mind exist in the existence. That body and the mind exist in the existence. Laptop exists in the existence. That is the way we have to see it. So it means that existence is of the nature of nameless and the formless. But how do I know the same existence extends as a consciousness? So the same existence which has become a consciousness, now it knows there is an existence. And the same consciousness understands that it is of the nature of the bliss, and that is what the real self is. That is why I told you mouse is. Is means existence, and mouse is a creation. Keyboard is. Laptop is. Taurus is. Girish is. Huh? Teacher is. Student is. Criminal is. I am.
Can you say that existence is manifested consciousness?
Yes, definitely. It is the manifested consciousness. Yes, we can definitely say that whether, or you can say the opposite also. Existence is manifest consciousness, and primary consciousness is nothing but existence. Primary consciousness is existence, because mind becomes aware of that existence. Does the real self wants to be aware of it? No. It is already aware. It is already a consciousness. It knows by itself. Do I need a candle to see the sun? No. Sun lights by itself. Sun knows the sun by sun knows the sun by itself, and at the same time the sun, or in the presence of the sun, we see the entire creation. So in the presence of that existence and consciousness, we see the entire creation.
But between existence and consciousness, there is no space.
There
but
is no.
Manifesting, it's included time and space.
The moment we say there are two parts, that is what I started. Anything that is created will continue to change, is a part of the matter. Anything that is a manifestation is not a part of the matter. It is not changing. It does not have a time and space. Only when the mind comes, then only we have a time and the space. Manifestation is different. Creation is different. That is how we have to create. The moment there is a creation, then there is a birth, then there is a change, then there is a death. So we have already said clearly, Master says, Sat Chita Anand. It is not a part of the creation. It is not created. Because it is not created, so it is beginningless. Can I say that 1 million years ago, on the same date, existence was created? It means before that there was no existence. Before that there is no consciousness. Before that there is no Ananda. No, I cannot say that. It's a beginningless. It's a beginningless. I cannot say that. So, okay, when I cannot say that, it means it is beyond creation. Manifestation, yes. That manifestation with ignorance is the individual self. Manifestation with ignorance is individual self. Manifestation with Maya, the grand illusion, is known as Ishwar. Ishwar is known as God, who is a creator. That we will take up later. So it's very clear to us. So some of all the individual self are located in the Maya. That is known as Ishwar. That is why we say God is outside, God is inside, God is here, God is there, God is present everywhere. So that Ishwar is also a part of the delusion. Except, so when that delusion is gone, we only see the real self, pure consciousness, or we see existence, consciousness, bliss. That is our journey of this. Clay pot is created. What is the essence? The clay is the existence. Just for example, wave is created. So water is the essence. Water, who created the water? Can you answer? Who created the space? Can you answer? Oh, no, we don't need to answer that. It is there. It is there. Oh, so the same way the real self is there. It's a metaphor. It's a parable.
Ishwar is part of the Maya because it starts in the duality.
Metaphorically, metaphor means that equal in order to make our point and understand. So, still the space is created by the tamoguna of the Maya. That we will take up later. I'm just picking up the very first part of the journey. All the 5 elements are created by the tamoguna of Maya. All 5 sense organs are created by the satoguna of five elements: mind, intellect, memory. Mind, intellect, and memory and ego are created by the combined satoguna of five elements. Rajoguna, five motor organs are created by the rajoguna of each element. All the five elements together created the five prana. Now you see, everything is created and it's a part of the creation. Creation is not me. I am beyond the creation, so hence I am the real self. That is how we put logically. But whether I can experience it, yes, we can experience it. That is why we have to study the three bodies: Sthul Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karan Sharira. That is why we have to understand the five layers of our experiences. Now I have started saying to you, and when the seeker evolves, five layers of experiences, Panchkosha. It has nothing more than five layers of experience. Hunger and thirst, first layer, outermost layer. No, sorry. Birth and the death is the first layer. Hunger and the thirst is the second layer, Pranamaya Kosha. Pain and pleasure, third layer, the Manomaya Kosha. Strong likes and dislikes, our intellectual, and the ego together. If the ego is not there, how can I like and dislike? And absence of any object, ignorance, Karan Sharira, plus the pleasure. So I have five layers of the experiences, and they takes place in the creation. It does not take place in the real self. Real self is of the nature of Satchidanand. We come to a grand conclusion. And then what about the waking? Oh, do you wake up every day, sleep every day, dream every day? So how many times? Consciousness is the smooth. There is no change in the consciousness at all. Waking state of the consciousness, I can say it is different because I combined it with the mind, intellect, memory, body, sense organs, motor organs. And then I associated, I'm attracted to the virtual mind who creates the dream body, who creates the dream events, but the consciousness does not change. So in the sleep also it does not change. So Satta Chitta Ananda does not change at all. It is not a part of the creation. What is created will sooner or later will die. Chitta. So first thing that we need to understand with the Satta Chit Anand, these three are neither created nor destroyed. Second, they are not the part, property, and product of anything. They are self-existent. Third, they are self-existent. And what is self-existence is also the self-pervading. So because of that truth, it is also, existence is also known as the truth. So the truth or existence, because of that, things are existing. What is existing? Body, mind, intellect, matter, etc. are existing. When they are existing, they are created. Because of that consciousness, which is unchanging, waking state, dream state, sleep state are constantly changing. So wake up dies in sleep, sleep dies in dream, dream dies in wake up again. And it has been continuing. So what takes birth has to die. Oh, even with reference to the consciousness, I experienced the pleasure in the past. It is because of that permanent happiness that is the nature, ananda. But so what happens? Absence of that ananda. How come the absence of ananda? I hate pasta. So it is because of the mind. I love pasta, it is happening in the mind. It has nothing to do with the ananda. Ananda remains as it is. It is happening because of my mind. I am attracted to some matter which causes the bondage. I am detached to the matter which causes the bondage. Oh, which causes the bondage. Very good. So you see that Sat Chit Ananda is what? The main real self. Sat Chit Ananda. I have covered everything. Cannot experience, no birth. So it means Sat Chit Ananda has no birth in the death. I have already made it clear. I want to see that I cannot experience, that is the beauty, another part. I cannot experience pleasure in the pasta or in the chicken because if the ananda is not there, it is already present. So I bring the taste bud in contact with a particular food that I like, and the ananda manifests as a pleasure. But I'm attracted to the pasta, so it is creating a bondage, and I'm seeking the pleasure here. No, I have to seek the pleasure there. I should be attracted to the real self. So we are understanding this real self. What is this real self? We are defining it, we are explaining it, and we are understanding anything. So I become aware of everything around me. Everything around me which is visible, which has a name in the form, and anything which has a name in the form, which has a time in the space, anything which has a time in the space will take birth in the death. Will take, oh, that is what you are saying, yes. So it means, but where it is? What is the source of such a big tree? In New Jersey, we have 40 and 50 feet long trees, which is absent in Arizona. So, what is the source? The source is the seed. Oh, do you see the tree? Yes. Do you see the seed? No. Where the seed has gone. So, don't try to search the real self by the name and the form. You can make out it is because of the seed which became the tree ultimately, but the seed is hidden. The source is hidden behind the name and the form. So we have to analyze, discover each name and the form in order to recognize, find out the real self. Because what is available to us, we have to approach from there. Research is, that is what the research is, that is what the discovery is. Something has to be there. So the body is there. Yes, let us start with the body. So we say, no, we have three bodies. So one body, this physical body, has only one birth. Subtle body has many births. So that is how we link with the vasanas. But you are not the subtle body. Also, I don't take birth and death. Yes, because you are real self. Because you are real self. Can you have a perception and experience and awareness? The answer is yes. That is why the entire Eastern wisdom is. That is what I'm making it very simple and clear. Sat Chit Ananda, pure consciousness, real self. We can use different words. The real self, Sat Chit Ananda is, we can say pure consciousness. We can say Brahman, Brahman. In Vedanta, in Gyan Yoga, we say it's a Brahman. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, in Sankhya Yoga, we use the word Ishwar, Purusha. Purusha is there. Purusha, the literal meaning of the Purusha, the one who sits in the city of the body mind. We are searching that. Sitting means essence. Sitting means unchanging reality. That is sitting. Like a seed, it has become. Can you see the seed? No. But can I make out that it is because of the seed this tree has grown? Yes. It is because of Satchitanand, this body, mind, intellect, and ego is working. When person has died, we say the body has come to the home. When the person is alive, we say that person is waiting outside. Open the door. There's a difference. The body has come. He has left. He has left. Subtle body has left. The real self is still there. Subtle body has left. The real self is still there. What a beautiful way. We need to discover. So we are chasing, creating. I wanted to jot down because I have to repeat a couple of times, then it will store in my memory to teach the same topic. It's a totally a new topic. I was thinking since morning. So life did not start at the time of the birth and the death. We are talking of the life, which life contains, the actual life contains that Satchitanand. Life does not start at the time of the birth and the death. Before the birth, the life was. Maybe my parents, his parents, his parents. The life, there is a continuity of the life. In that life, we experience the change, but the life does not change. I have a stressed life. I have a happy life. I have a crazy life. I was talking to your friend, I don't want to name because I'm recording, in New Jersey, that mortgage lender. So, life is still there. I'm doing good, Acharya. I'm doing good, Acharya. But I could see your tone, how good you are doing. Living alone, divorced, daughters are separate. That's a journey of US. Nobody is living. So, are you living alone? Yes. So, can I come and stay with you? So, yesterday I was talking to him. So, I don't want to understand. So, I don't want to understand, then I have a problem. So, existence is. Now we have to also understand the knowledge is. That knowledge belongs to the consciousness. Knowledge is. Whatever the other knowledge that is changing, it has a birth and the death. We are not talking of that knowledge. That consciousness is also the knowledge. Consciousness means awareness. Awareness means perception. It means knowledge. Nothing more than that. So that knowledge does not change. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of the real self. Knowledge of the pure consciousness. We always say, we see, after all, there is some unknown source is always there. I know some, but I'm ignorant of it. It comes from the consciousness. From where it will come? It will not come from the matter. Matter is unconscious. Matter is constantly changing. How it can come? Yes. So we started with the third eye. That is the third eye. When we sit in meditation, the objectless state of meditation is the highest. We continue for a long hours and then we awaken to the third eye. What is third eye? The third eye is nothing but Satchidanand. Third eye, it's a knowledge, perception. So it recognizes the real self. We say in a language, but it is the real self. It is nothing more, nothing less than that. But where is the problem? The problem is what we know is all creation. What we do not know is beyond the creation. And that is what the ignorance is. That is what the Eastern wisdom says. Remove the ignorance. Calm down the mind. Don't make your mind crazy. It is constantly running. Arrest it. Calm down. Move it inside. The more you move it inside, you are not attracted to the matter, you are attracted to the consciousness. Then only you can discover only one unitary consciousness or Satchidanand. So we have hundreds of practices. We have hundreds of methods. Huh? Yes, what we know is all creation, name, form, time, space, object, birth, growth, death. What we do not know, what is beyond the creation, what is uncreated, what continues is Satchitananda. What is Satchitananda? Absolute existence. Why it is absolute? It has no beginning and end. Can you say the life began yesterday? That was the 9th of July 2024. So what happened before that? Existence means you claim that existence was already there. So if the existence was there, obviously the life was also has to be there. Whether it manifested or not manifested, it has nothing to do with the black hole theory. It's a bogus thing, useless. Even in a black hole, a hole exists. First prove that a whole black hole came without the hole. So we are just playing with the words, and we are playing with the creation, we are playing with the time and the space. The millions and billions of years ago, the black hole was there. And before that, nothing was there. So nothing, everything came out of the nothing. That is what you say. So the science, you are already defying and refusing the science. Cause and effect relationship. We say the ultimate cause. What we say? The ultimate cause of anything and everything is Satchidananda. We don't say that there is nothing. The ultimate cause, which is beginningless, is Satchidananda. So we started with what we know, what we do not know. So we understood that what we know is all creation. Check out anything, whether it's a waking, dream, or sleep, it constantly changes. The waking dies to give you the sleep dies you to give the dream, sleep dies you to give the wake up. It means the consciousness in all the three states remain the same. Existence remains the same. Body grows from couple of pounds to 100 pounds. Body horizontally grows, vertically grows, it becomes old and dies. It is a part of the creation I'm talking about. Existence, the Sat, the truth, that remains the same. That remains the same. I'm not picking up the phone. That remains. What we know, what we do not know. So the master says, Asato ma sat, he summarizes in the mantra. Asato ma sat gamayo, tamaso ma jyotirgamayo. Misidentity, false identity with the body, mind, intellect, ego is what we live our life as an individual self and the ego self. Whereas ego does not exist. We have a false identity. How come is a false identity? Don't use the word I and let me then show me where you are. Without I thought, you cannot have I-ness.
Yeah, of course.
and that I-ness is linked with what is constantly changing. But there is something that real I is always present in the false I that never changes. It knows I never change. My body has changed, my mind has changed, my intellect has changed, everything has changed. But I remain the same. Oh, that is what we are talking about, real self in the Satchitanand. That is uncreated, that is beginningless, that is birthless, that is deathless. Simply, if the mind is not there and you died, how can you say that? In a coma, you exist. The consciousness is always there. Oh my goodness, what we know only is the creation. I don't want to say what we don't know is a creator. No, no, we don't say that. That problem we will resolve later. That how this thing happened. So we are just focused on what we know is the creation, and what we don't know, it is beyond the creation, and the journey to self-discovery is to follow the path of the Eastern wisdom, to drop this ignorance, and drop this ignorance results into an awakening. That is what do we want to change? Yes, we want to change. What change you want? I want to change from pain to pleasure. I want to change from hunger to fulfillment, satisfaction of my belly. I want to change all the time. Do you want to change so that you can bring an end to the suffering? Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Do you know what it means by ready in the Eastern wisdom? Yes, I know, because I have to become a seeker. So, what it takes you to become a seeker? The capacity, readiness, and commitment. What is that capacity? Fourfold practices: viveka, vairagya, shadasampatti, mumukshu. What is mumukshu? Intense desire to change, intense desire to realize the real self. It is the mind who is saying that I have an intense desire to know the real self. So we are saying, mind, understand it. Change. You change. Why you change? You have created an attraction. You have created a bondage. You have created a delusion. So you should change. We are not asking the real self should change. We are not asking the real self should change. Are you understanding this? See, look at this logic and understanding. Oh, so what should change in the mind? By viveka, vairagya, shad, sampatti. You change your impure mind to the pure mind. So impure mind is a barrier. Yes, it is attracted to the matter. It is always attracted to the creation. It does not want to leave the creation. So we have to find different ways and methods. Ah, we have to find the different ways and the methods of changing. Okay, I have a desire to change. Now I have a desire to change my house. I have a desire to change my car. I have a desire to change my look. But I don't have a desire to change the deluded mind to a dispassionate mind. So we think, we take it for granted, oh, let us change our food today. we say it does not need an extraordinary capacity and readiness. No, it also needs a capacity. You have the money, you have the car, you have the fuel, you identify the restaurant and you drive there, you order the waiter, and instead of the pasta he brings the something else, and then you are upset. So it means the whole process you should be aware, you should know, you should remove the ignorance. If you don't remove that ignorance, even of something that it is pasta or it is not pasta, or it is the same restaurant or it is not the same restaurant, you don't have the enough money or you have more money. Look at this. So you have a capacity, you have a readiness, you have a commitment to change. So, but in the journey of the self-discovery, your commitment comes from viveka, vairagya, shatak sampatti, and intense desire to change. Intense desire to change. So the master says, yes, you continue, keep listening and learning. That is very important so you can absorb the principles. Then continue to just, instead of karma, do karma yoga, do the japa and the upasana, so that you can change the direction of your emotions and feeling from outside to inside, or from matter to consciousness. That is what is the meaning of outside inside. People normally start focusing very hard inside the heart or inside your head. Forget about that. We are not going inside the body. Consciousness, that real self, is outside the body, inside the body also. Don't create a wrong concept and false identity. Insight simply means that there is a rise in consciousness. I'm leaving the impurity, I'm rising into the state of purity. And I start thinking like, and that causes a lot of problems. And that is why we have a lot of practices. So the master recognizes, okay, it's so much. Many people ask me, oh, I have focused so much inside my forehead that it starts paining. Oh, it has a pain? Yes. Or sometimes you feel the vibes, you feel the presence. That is the indication of a higher consciousness. It has nothing to do with this so-called the physical third eye. But yes, in the very primary practices of kundalini, we use in Hatha Yoga, we say yes. Do you feel at least some sensation which you were not feeling before? And now I will help you to get rid of this sensation also. At least, something is better than nothing. So that is what. Yes, if you want to acquire some powers of the mind and the faculties, then it is okay. Then continue the journey. That is another layer of ignorance. You may read the mind of others. You can pass on some powers, but ultimately it will leave you. That is also constantly changing. It is a creation. It is a creation. So what we know, what we don't know. What we don't know? I don't know the permanent happiness manifested in the pasta which I like the most. But if I dislike, that permanent happiness cannot manifest. The mind has blocked. But it is still there. It is still there. That is what the Ananda is there. That is what the Ananda is there. So Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga, Upasana, we have understood. Listening and learning these principles. Then there is another concept which we talk a lot about, Mindfulness, the meaning of the mindfulness is sakshi, or it is another word in Buddhism is vipassana, or in Jainism there is a preksha. In English it is a witness consciousness. So why witness consciousness? So I have to witness the creation which is separate from the real self. So what should we do? Oh, let us do with the three bodies. So I should witness that I am a witness of the three bodies. I'm none of the bodies. Look at it. Look at this statement. I'm none of these three bodies, but I'm a witness of all the three bodies. So that I am is separate. That knower in the seer is separate. That seer is a consciousness, which is a knowledge, comes with the existence, and oh, so the real self through the mind perceives that I'm not the physical body, I'm not the I'm not the subtle body, I'm not the causal body. Yes, causal body is ignorance. Witness. No, no, but how can you say that we are not the physical body? So that I will take up later. It consists of 24 items. Huh? 5 physical sense organs, 5 physical motor organs, 5 no, not 5 pranas, and then objects of these sense organs, 5 objects. Oh, ultimately it comes to 24 elements that consist of the physical body. Oh, so it's a creation. Yes, it's a creation. And what is a creation is not me. So I witness it clearly. This physical body will take only one birth. Now it is 65, another 15, 20 years of this body will go away. Subtle body will continue. So subtle body means that all the vasanas, impressions, mind, intellect, ego, it will continue. It takes many births until all the vasanas are removed. Subtle and the causal body. The causal body also goes with it. So it takes many births until. But what about, well, all the vasanas are removed? Then I have a will. Then I use the will that let me take another birth to live in this human body. And that is why we have a principle of reincarnation, which is very prominent in Buddhism. We say which one, 17th or 80, 89th is the Dalai Lama. There already another Lama has taken the birth. Now understand that who has taken the birth? The subtle body. The real self is all pervading. So, what is the message it conveys? I am the witness of all the birth, the previous birth, and this birth, and the next birth. I'm the witness. It's the birth of the physical body, in the subtle body, in the causal body. That is all. Now, in the causal body, I have a full of compassion, love, truth, and wisdom that I manifest through the mind, and I start teaching. So that is why we have many births of these lamas and reincarnations. Three bodies. Do I have a fear of the death? Yes, I have a fear. Because how come? Because I'm scared of the death of whom? Death of the physical body. So we have a fear of the unknown. Unknown is ignorance. We have to remove this ignorance. If we don't remove this ignorance, then we can continue to live in that. So, birth and death, it is an experience, fear of the death and the birth. Then we have second layer of experience is the hunger and the thirst. Hunger means I need more energy to survive, to continue to work. Pranamaya kosha, experiences of pranamaya kosha is hunger and the thirst. Pain and the pleasure, all experiences takes place in the mind. It's a mental sheet, the mental body. Manomaya kosha, 5 layers of experiences. So I am a witness of these two experiences of birth and death. Oh, this is outermost layer. I am a witness of the hunger and the thirst. Yes, I am a witness of the pain and the pleasure, sorrow and the happiness. I am a witness of intellect has to analyze. Intellect says because I like, that's why I have a pleasure. I dislike, that's why I have a pain. So strong likes and dislikes, the dual thoughts, the thought opposing thought process, and it is governed by the ego. And what is the last one? The ignorance, and supported by the pleasure. In ignorance, I experience the pleasure from the object. 5 layers of the experiences. I'm a witness of all. Na me, na sukham, na dukkham, something like this, I'm not recalling. Na sukham, na dukkham, na punyam, na papam, na sukham, na dukkham, na mantro, na tirtho, na veda, na yajna. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam na bhokta chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. I am none of these. Sorrow and the happiness, likes and dislikes, pain and the pleasure. What I am is uncreated, always existing consciousness and the bliss. So, same thing with the 3 states where we define consciousness remains the same. By body, physical body, and hunger and thirst, we define existence is always there. Ananda, we define that Ananda is always present. It is because of the presence of the Ananda I experience pleasure and the pain. Absence of it, I experience the pain. Presence of it, I experience the pleasure. Sometimes what happens, I don't like this food, anyhow you have ordered, let me try. And you put it into your mouth and you like it and you are happy. So first you like, then you are happy. You cannot be happy with disliking it. You cannot be happy by hating the particular food. And that is what is our journey today. So think of it. Oh, sorry. Oh, by mistake it happened. So, so you see